Well, I started the day wanting to make up some splits, but I soon figured out we got to box up these mid-sized colonies. I was kind of toying with the decision to feed syrup like 10 days ago, but I'm glad I didn't because we have hit a float and these boxes are heavy. I mean, they're tipping back. These are the small ones. So these are going to be getting boxes. These ones already have the box. And they're up there. I've only seen one colony that has had a swarm cell. Here's some of the splits. These are the merger boosts that I did. And for some reason I didn't give them a box right off the mark. They're not quite as heavy, but they are lush and exploding. That is one of our queens. And another one. So they're not light, but they're not extremely heavy, not like these other ones. The other ones are plugging out a little bit. Wow, 31 degrees, honey making weather. Getting ahead of ourselves with the splits, making up splits without queens. So what we've done is we've used these pheromone strips to help keep the bees in these boxes. I've always been told about this, and until recently, we just come from a yard where we run out of strips. There's drift everywhere, so we had to equalize the yard as we went. This yard is exactly as we made it. It's perfect. Live action in the bee yard. Striking emergency cells. Putting in Italian Queens Buckfast.
It's a great intro.
Like and subscribe.
That should be your intro every time.
Perfectly made little splits.
There actually is a lot less queen cells with those strips.
The pheromone strips sure help, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
That should. It's one thing about these foamies, is they blow around. This is going to be a beautiful little split. Let's take a look to see what we have in here. So we're just striking cells. These colonies have been made up about 3 days ago. We're about to drop queens. We've got to kill off these emergency cells, because the timing adds up just perfectly wrong. See any? There's one. They hide them. We're gonna miss every once in a while. But here's one here.
Yeah, some of them are really sneaky.
That queen should emerge out of the queen cage, and she should have enough time to strike down those cells. But if she's a little bit lazy, or she doesn't get around quick enough, that virgin will emerge and then kill off $55. Defeats the purpose of flying queens. Queens are in, except for these 4. So they get 2 pheromone strips. Boy, they sure like these strips. poking around the other day and things are right on time. Kind of like what I'm finding this yard. This second round that I put the boxes on. I have 8 that I split, but like this colony here, it's like 1, 2, 3 frames that's full larvae. So not quite ready. But every once in a while, I'll come upon a colony that is ready to split. So I'm going through, I'm just taking a peek, taking the ones that are ready, splitting them off. Got a bit excited. The reason why I'm here is because I happened to come upon a yard that was booming, swarming on me. Like, work through them, knock them down, made about a bunch of splits off them. I captured the yard. But just, that these bees, sometimes, you put everything in line, everything adds up, and they surprise you. And then it just makes you work harder. And it just makes you keep going, which is a good thing, I guess, because this time of year we have to keep going. Like, here's my nukes. They survived, and they didn't have time to transfer, so we just put a box on top of them. Right now, I'm shaking nectar. It's absolutely ridiculous. So nice. But another yard I happened upon just split off, I think it was 5, but those little buggers, they packed the whole second box full of nectar and pushed the brood nest down. So I did do some resorting. So I'm going to be pulling off those splits pretty heavy. This yard's not as heavy, but still shaking nectar. It's just fantastic. This flow this year, I could almost have pulled honey on this flow. It's coming in so heavy, some of these big ones. But I'm keeping it for the bees. So I'm tired. I've gone through 5 yards since 3 o'clock. I think I've made up maybe about 50 splits. Pull them off tomorrow. I have some queens coming on Wednesday. That one is not ready. I'm going to check that one. 2 more, and that colony there needs to be boxed up into a second. So this is absolutely fantastic. I wish I could have seen this back in April. Oh, but I'm so tired.